MAGA Republicans don't care about you. They don't care about middle America. They don't care about the middle class. They certainly don't care about people that are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. They want to tell women what to do with their bodies. They want to give the biggest tax breaks to the top 1%, which they have already, implementing in this big and beautiful bill, as they call it. Everything is rigged. If the jobs report comes out and it holds Republicans and Donald Trump accountable, it's rigged. If Donald Trump loses an election, it's rigged. If Greg Abbott fails his people in Texas during these floods, it's rigged. It's always rigged if it doesn't work the MAGA Republican way. They'll either blame Democrats, say it's rigged, or call it fake news. Well, guess what? We are not in fake news right now. The reality of the situation is it's the worst jobs report since December of 2020. Oh, guess when that was? The last month of Donald Trump's administration. And right now you can't use COVID as an excuse. The country is suffering. American consumers are paying more for products that they did not pay for under the Biden administration. The government is bragging about it in Trump's administration, about the billions of dollars they're receiving because of the American consumer that's paying for it. Inflation is not dropping down. It's headed in the opposite direction. The unemployment rate will continue to rise. Mark my words. People are struggling. And while all this is going on, there's going to be 17 million people that are going to lose their Medicaid. Billions and billions and billions of dollars taken off of food assistance. This country is in a lot of trouble, and I'm not sitting here gaslighting. I'm not trying to scare you. You should already be concerned and scared. And many of this due to the policies of Donald Trump and his administration. And don't even get me started with the FAA. They blame it on DEI hires. They blame it on migrants. They blame it on brown people. They blame it on liberals. They blame it on Democrats. They blame it on Barack Obama. They blame it on Joe Biden. They blame it on Pete Buttigieg. They blame it on George Soros. But they never take accountability for anything that happens. And it's despicable. And a perfect example of that is the governor of Texas, as I like to call him, Governor Abhole. You know, the Texas governor is threatening to arrest Texas Democrats for refusing to participate in a special session that he has called to virtually eliminate representation in Congress for 8 million Texas Democrats, which is obviously insane. And now, to make matters even worse, Greg Abbott is now blaming Democrats for not passing flood relief when he is the one responsible. Have a listen to this.
The second thing is far more serious, and that is what these Democrats have done. Just a small fraction of them were needed to break a quorum, and that small fraction is holding hostage legislation in the state of Texas where we will be able to provide assistance and reform for all of the victims of that horrific flooding that we've had in the state of Texas. Our fellow Texans are being let down and not getting the flood relief they need because these Democrats have absconded from the responsibility, and I believe they have forfeited their seats in the state legislature because they're not doing the job they were elected to do.
Okay, so Greg Abbott is lying. If he just took a moment to drop all the partisan politics, I guarantee you, with a postage stamp, 100%, that Democrats would be happy to vote for flood relief. There's one side of the party that wants to keep FEMA up and running. There's one side of the political spectrum that wants to give more, and it's not Republicans, ladies and gentlemen. So Greg Abbott is lying, and this is what they always do. They have another mass shooting where an 18-year-old is allowed to purchase a bunch of AR-15s and thousands of rounds of ammunition, who is clearly mentally unstable. MAGA Republicans will either say, bad guy's going to get his hand on a gun, nothing we can do about it, or say more guns make us safer, or they'll say now's not the time to talk about politics. And when so many people in the state of Texas, which Governor Greg Abbott resides over as the governor, are not getting the flood relief that they need desperately, what does Greg Abbott do? He blames it on Democrats not willing to sit at the bargaining table. It could not be further from the truth, and Greg Abbott is a disgusting and pathetic liar.